2, 1.
All right, everyone, we are back in the saddle again. We have a great run scheduled for you right here. It is Banjo-Kazooie 100% no FFM by Azmi, and on commentary, the incomparable Hyper Resonance. Azmi, Hyper, take it away.
Hello. Morning. How's it going? We just count down? Are we good to go?
I'm ready.
Alright. We can start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, let's go.
Alright, welcome everyone to Banjo-Kazooie. Goal here for Azmi is going to be getting 100%, so that requires all Jiggy's notes and honeycombs, and then go defeat Grunty the Witch. Gotta get Tootie back. But we're not going to be using the Furnace Fun moves glitch in this speedrun. Furnace Fun moves involves getting moves early in your file, and this category does not take use of that at all, so we're going to have to learn every single move in the game. Right now, Azmi's just kind of going around Spiral Mountain collecting his honeycombs. There's 6 of them. And you'll see he's doing a lot of like rolling and then fluttering out of that roll. If you don't flutter out of the roll, you get like a stopping animation, so you want to avoid that, and you want to maximize how far you roll, and then try to cancel it into the ground and start another one quickly. Nice stump jump. That saves like what?
Half a second?
0.5, yeah.
Yep, about that.
Looking really clean. And now upcoming is going to be Bottle Skip, hopefully. We can get it. Bottles will normally talk to you at the top of the mountain here and tell you about, you know, kind of what your mission is. But we don't want to talk to Bottles. So Azmi is going to try to jump kind of around his activation trigger here.
Oh.
Yeah, I missed it. Yeah, that's actually a faster method than has been done for a long time, but it's a little bit more tricky. And I think you were too low to the ground right there, right? And
I went a bit too high up the mountain. It's a very finicky area.
Yeah. In any case, not a bad Spiral Mountain. And we're off to Mumbo's. If you're familiar with FFM speedruns, normally you'll have Talon Trot when you enter Mumbo's Mountain, but Azmi does not. Same with Beak Bust, or the Ground Pound move. So that influences the routing in Mumbo's Mountain quite a bit. And but there was a change to add Talon Trot Ticker's Tower in, right?
Yeah. Years ago, they used to do Talon Trot without. They used to do Ticker's Tower without Talon Trot. Now we save it for later in the level.
Yeah, so even though you go out of your way a little bit to do it later, it's much faster to use Talon Trot for Tickers. Is that actually faster to backflip over like that?
It is, yeah.
Wow, that's new to me.
Yeah, it's surprising.
So some tricky jumps here to avoid sliding down while he's collecting the notes, and gotta make a detour for collecting Beak Bust.
Gotta also kill that guy, because he causes a ton of lag over here.
Yeah, this first hut is really laggy normally, but there it's not so bad because he killed that purple Grublin. And now, normally you would go into Ticker's Tower, but he's heading over to get Talon Trot first.
Now we have Talon Trot.
Alright, so generally Talon Trot's fastest movement in the game, besides Beak Bomb, so you want to stay in Talon Trot as long as, you possibly can. And you also don't want to just pick up things in Talon, like Jiggies and Talon Trot, because it gives you like this little animation. So he's going to use Peck to get out of Talon Trot in almost every scenario where he has to interact with like an object or something. Some good movement here, collecting the notes. Gotta head down to Conga. Had to get Beak Bust before we came over here because we need the Witch Switch. And...
Oops.
Oh, missed the jump there. Can collect that Jiggy in the cutscene.
That's fine.
And now learning how to shoot eggs, which we'll need for Juju, so that's why the level is routed the way it is. Gotta be careful here. If you get hit by Conga, you gotta wait for him to beat his chest before he'll take damage again. But nicely done. One-shot egg there.
You make it all the way to this switch, but I kind of messed up the movement a bit, so I just took it safe and go all the way.
If you don't think you're gonna make it for sure, don't jump because you'll end up on the floor and then you gotta climb all the way back up.
Well, that's
that
good,
was
though.
nicely done.
This orange pad rerouting, people used to do this different way for like, I think like 7 years or something. The way that I just did it saves like a second and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, saving that that second orange pad that you normally get earlier for later. Now, this takes use of what's called slope glitch, climbing Tigger's tower here. This guy's trolling you. If your shadow touches flat ground, it resets your slide timer on the slopes, so you're able to reset that and climb up here where you would normally need the termite transformation. So quite a bit of time saved in Mumbos from not having to transform into the termite. And then killing that guy probably helps with lag too. Juju gets a little bit laggy here.
Oops. You also
saved a couple of your inputs there.
Yeah.
It looked like.
Yeah. Also saved these notes for Talon Trot. Left them here earlier.
Yep.
Just good for the pathing. Nice.
So you'll notice that Mumbo's Mountain is mostly routed around the moves, and then with the introduction of Beak Bombs and TTC for FFM runs, it alters the route quite a bit, but since no FFM does not have Beak Bomb, you gotta slowly fly everywhere, and it changes a little bit about it.
One interesting here is that as of leaving the hut there, I'm on a sort of small cycle for the water at the bottom here, and basically I'm gonna get this Jiggy, and I'm gonna jump into the water with it, and I want to jump back into the water to collect the Jiggy, and if the water is rising up while I'm jumping, then I can regain myself a bit faster. Over here is like a tiny tight cycle. See how the water's rising? I barely dipped at all there.
That was good.
Yeah.
So good movement, we got all the notes and honeycombs and jiggies and we're out.
Yep.
Pretty quick level.
Solid.
And then using slope glitch here again to do some interesting movement to get this jiggy as well without needing the termite. So nicely done there.
This part is actually kind of annoying, but it's kind of cool. This bottles hill right here, it actually teaches you how to open note doors. So you have to talk to it. Normally in FFM runs you would never talk to this bottles. And he was also healing me because I got bullied by the ticker.
Oh right, yeah, that was the extra text box. So you saw there he entered Talon Trot as he entered the loading zone. That's just a nice little thing that you can do in a lot of places throughout the game because those animations take only half a second, but when you do it like 100 times throughout the run, it adds up quite a bit. Okay, so you'll notice he didn't open TTC. This clip here underneath the cannon allows you to get into out-of-bounds water. And now he's going to attempt to flutter into the loading zone. And he was just a little bit too low there. That was really unfortunate because the rest was really fast.
Yeah.
Okay, got
Oh, the
clip
camera's
again.
kinda stuck.
Camera is bugging out.
Oh no!
Ah. Yeah, so this jump to get into the out of bounds water is a lot harder than it looks. It's a very specific height that you have to hit. If you're too low, you'll just void out, and if you're too high, you'll clip back in
There we
bounds.
go. What? Oh my god!
That I've never really seen that happen to anybody before.
I was so
That's really
confident in that. No!
This time on America's Funniest.
Alright.
Oh, truly unfortunate.
Alright, this is fine. This is fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. As the dog sits around the fire.
There we go. We did it. First try.
Made it.
Let's go.
Yeah. So at the very end there, he has to hit the water at the top as high as he can, so that he has enough height to land in the loading zone. And then the last attempt there, he was just a little bit too far to the right, and he beak busted back inbounds again.
That caught me
So
by surprise. I fully thought I got that.
I thought you got it too,
Oh, that's fine.
but that's all right. That used to be like a really big run killer for people. That the clip out of bounds actually was so misunderstood for so long, and it's finally consistent now. At
Yeah.
least for people who run the game. Alright, so we gotta learn flying. And now you're gonna see what's called a quick dive here. So he just slid basically to the bottom of the water. And when Banjo is exiting Talon Trot or Gold Feathers, basically he ignores water physics, so you can just plummet to the bottom. And Blubber is off on his own little island there, not close enough to get the Jiggy in the cutscene.
Yep. Like a 3-second time loss, I think, about that.
Honestly, your RNG has been pretty bad this round.
Yeah.
The ticker in the tower, like, got at you. Blubber was bad.
Yeah.
Alright, nice. Getting the note in flight. Landing there is a very bad time loss. Same with right here, but he gets it okay.
I like this flight section in no FFM because in FFM 100%, you have Beak Bomb. So you can like Beak Bomb the Jiggy through the chest, but I don't have Beak Bomb yet. So I don't have to do that.
Yep.
It's a lot easier.
Alright. So, very nice flying.
Good token grab. This route is really tight on tokens because you go from BGS to FP to MMM, and all three of those levels have a transformation.
Yeah, you're using up all your tokens early in the run, whereas FFM speedruns are a little bit more spread out. Now, the rest of TTC is mostly going to be dictated for the route based on the X's that you have to hit. So, first one's over here, and then we kind of make like a big circle around the level.
Do I have time for a quick donation?
Yep.
Sure.
We have a $25 donation from my mom. Mama CJ says, great event. So, thank you, Madre.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks,
We
Mama
all
CJ.
appreciate you. Let's get some Mama CJs in the chat, please.
Alright.
We have one more donation, I apologize, from Young Tunfish. Banjo-Kazooie hype. This and two are probably the best games ever to be released on the N64. Makes me miss the good old days of rare games. That's a $20 donation. Thank you so much for your donation.
Well, if you're interested in either speedrun, go to speedrun.com/BK or BT and find the public Banjo Discord. Alright, some very nice flying there. Getting both of those Jiggies in flight without landing until the end when he wanted to. Very nice quick dive for the honeycomb, and now we're off to Nipper. And kind of sneak under his claw here, and then after that little cutscene of talking to him, you're invincible for about a second or two. So you can get inside his hitbox and then kind of hit him a few times right from behind and just take a damage doing it. So nice Nipper quick kill there. Not a glitch, by the way.
Yeah. Good crab RNG too.
Yeah, finally you get some good luck.
Yeah.
Those crabs can like be in really bad spots, and you can lose a run there if you take a damage and then see the jiggy dance and then get hit immediately afterwards. Tree jump here. The way that Azmi chose to route this level, he wants to do that tree jump because he doesn't have shock spring, and it also just creates a slightly better route there, going to that X. Some tight jumps, and now we're actually learning shock spring, so doing the next overlap. Oh, one of the eggs didn't go in, huh?
This trick is kind of inconsistent because I learned somewhat recently it relies on a double egg bounce, and because of lag, that's not 100% consistent. So sometimes it'll just fail.
Yeah, these egg bounces are actually RNG, so like they don't go the exact same distance every time.
Yeah, on Xbox is actually a lot more consistent. A bit of lag.
Alright, now this is one of the hardest sections in the run, to be honest, is this flight section, especially when you're new to the game.
But in no FFM, it's easy.
Yeah, in no FFM it is easier because you're not beak bombing, but the goal here is obviously to not land early. If you do, it costs you a ton of time.
And we just slowly fly over to this honeycomb. Nice breeze. You can see the not straight horizon.
And the lovely amount of time it takes to render things on the screen.
Yep. I missed.
The draw distance is so bad on this game.
Yep. Here I'm gonna take hits. This bottles refilled my health. If I got leaky skip, then he wouldn't have been refilling my health right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's rough.
kind of sucks because leaky skip not getting it loses like 15 seconds or something, which is pretty big.
Yeah. Especially when old runs used to have leaky skip early in the route, so it didn't matter if you messed it up and got all that extra health. But part of that is he's got to set up for Death Warp here, and this is the 10th Jiggy, so it's going to give us the long dance, and the goal here is to grab the Jiggy and then fall on the crab underneath and Death Warp to the beginning. Skips the dance, and then you can leave the level right away.
Hit me. There we go.
Nice. Sometimes that crab can be finicky.
Yeah. That was good.
Alright. And that's it for TTC.
Good, because that's my worst level in the game. I don't like that level. But the rest should be perfect.
It's very punishing.
It is, yeah.
Mistakes are not very forgiving in TTC.
Mm-hmm.
And it really tests your ability. Actually, these second and third levels test your ability with flying and swimming, and that can be very difficult for new runners to learn.
Now we open clankers because we weren't able to open it before. There's no shock pad.
But Mr. Runner, why are you not doing clankers early?
I wish. Soon. The trick that's hard to even task. Do it soon.
Okay, so in an FFM speedrun, we wouldn't be making this detour, but we were not able to open clankers earlier. Now we can. And we're going to one of the more boring levels in the run, at least for a couple minutes of it, with a lot of the swimming.
You'll also notice that we didn't tag the cauldron. Don't do that in this category because of the route. Click Clockwood early.
Yeah.
How many of you guys knew there was
token?
Yeah, how many of you guys knew there was a token up here?
Yeah. That's probably one of the least found tokens casually. Alright, so some nice movement here. That's really tricky there at the start. So the goal is want to get all these notes and the token and the Jinjo quick as possible to make the gloop cycle. So gloop is the fish that's underwater that spits out bubbles, and he really helps us out down by where we have to raise Clanker and the key.
Oh
And-
no!
Oh no!
Oh god, it sucks. Alright, it's fine. It's fine.
So now you're gonna be down a gloop bubble cycle, right?
No, oh my god.
And it pushed you up.
That is. Oh no.
It's all downhill from here.
Alright. This is fine.
Alright, we're good.
Yeah, I know what backup to do. Wow, this
So-
Clanker is so low right here. I've never seen him. Why is he so low? The hell?
Because normally he's
Yeah.
going up when you go down.
True. I've never wasted so much time. He was so low there. That was crazy.
Alright, so the order of everything done down here generally depends on like where your gloop cycle is.
Give me a bubble.
So yeah, he needs a bubble here, and that's alright.
Yeah.
This is really scary for new runners too, is like dying down here if you don't have a good grasp of the swimming controls.
True. Yeah. All right.
So now he's gonna be past you during the cutscene, so you're gonna have to turn around, or are you just gonna get it on the way up?
I can probably get it while I'm getting these notes, I think. There's a few more notes here. I'll be right here.
You're at 1.
Going straight for it. I don't want to risk it.
You're gonna need another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so with this one...
Oh, come on. That's fine. We're fine.
We're good now. Type 1.
As far as you guys know, that was optimal. Maybe.
Upotamal. Alright, so Azmi is gonna be on who knows Tooth Cycle.
I think I lost.
Oh, it actually was good timing. The
Yeah.
tooth came up right when
Calculated.
you got up there. Nice. Yeah. It was all just RNG manipulation snippets at the end of the level. That's all it was.
100%.
Nothing to see here. Yeah, so if you haven't noticed, this level is very cycle based, and missing cycles costs you quite a bit of time. It's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what time are we getting on the rings? Nice. Oh, look at that jump off the
Double.
fucking ring.
Almost 24.
23.
23 is really
Nice.
good still.
That is really good.
That was a stupid thing to do, but it was cool, so I
That
did
is such a dumb jump. I'm pretty sure you only have 1 frame to jump there, or like
Yeah.
maybe 2.
Uh-huh.
All right, so from the point where Azmi collects
No.
this Jiggy up on top of the bolt here, he's now gonna sort of be on another cycle. And the goal is to circle the room on the outside to collect all the remaining items and then make it into the bolt as it goes up. So starting with a tough jump here to the pipe,
No.
and I just barely missed it. And makes the fin though, so that's okay.
Oh no.
Makes the fin back up.
You can use that shock pad without killing that Champa, but it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Need this token though.
Yep.
Oh.
Strict tokens. Oh, that was a little sketchy there.
A bit. It's fine. It's fine. I actually timed that beak bust to like only lose 0.2 seconds to the peck there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I do that because
Alright,
it's a lot more
so
consistent.
honeycomb backflip was good. If you backflip kind of into that hole right there, you can collect the honeycomb and then backflip right out like he did there.
Alright, I'm gonna miss this cycle. It's by a bit.
Okay.
But it's okay because I can get this note that I missed.
Yeah. Having all these 4 notes collected already before the rest of the level helps you go straight to the rest of them on his back quicker. Some calculated movement here to avoid the fans. And now this next room is a little slower than what we're used to seeing.
Nice backflip. Alright.
Because of that and flying.
Yeah. We can get this Jiggy at least.
No beak bomb, but yeah, we can get the Jiggy on the way in. Which they do in 100% FFM now.
Now we do,
right?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you know you guys do. So right here, generally on the right side, you just don't take damage from things.
Both left and
So-
right. In fact, I'll go on the left side.
Sometimes you'll take a stray hit, but it's pretty rare. Generally, if you're moving.
We get our Jinjo Jiggy in the water so we can skip it. Tend to try and do that with all the Jiggies if we can. Or all the Jinjo Jiggies. Skip the dance.
Yep, swimming and flying. Great ways to save time on Jiggy dances. Okay, so now we get a nice line to these notes. And then there's just tail Jiggy and snippets, basically. And then just a short swim to end the level.
That's a decent dive.
How's feather usage in 100% no FFM?
Feathers are
Like,
super
is it
lenient.
really tight?
No, it's super lenient.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's way more lenient than like normal 100%. Like sometimes I have 50 in Click Lock Wood.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy easy.
Alright.
Oh no!
Scooping some eggs here. Did I make it?
Oh,
Oh, just barely didn't make it with the snippets, Jiggy. That's alright. At least you got up on the platform.
yeah.
Or on the pipe, rather.
Now we enter this swimming section. Full minute.
Yep, so every air bubble is 10 seconds worth of time. So you have about 60 seconds before you drown, and that's actually the goal here, to get to the entrance of the level quickly. And so we just collect all these things here, these notes, the Jiggy and the pipe, and then the honeycomb just above us, and that is conveniently about 55 seconds of swimming.
Yeah, about that.
So just take advantage of that time. You death for it.
You want to read any donations or anything? You can go for it.
Yeah.
now.
Right on, but we don't unfortunately have any donations. I do have something I'd like to say to everybody, though.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you know? Yes, you, chat. No, not you, the guy behind you. In 2006, St. Jude reported a 94% survival rate for patients with acute lymphoblastic leukemia using therapy that does not include radiation. 50 years of donations from generous donors like you has led us to this point. St. Jude will not stop until the survival rate of all pediatric cancers is 100%. When you donate to St. Jude, you are helping us get closer to that 100%. So, speaking of 100%, that's what we're doing right now in Banjo. You know?
That's right.
See what I did right there?
Nice
That's
segue.
called-
I do
There
see.
you go. I got on my Segway, put the key in the ignition, and we were down the road before you knew it. So, what are we at? We are $14 dues away. That is, that's the cost of like 3 sandwiches. Everyone give us a sandwich. You know, let's get to that 600 mark. Come on, I believe in you.
We're pulling a Wikipedia up here. Just for the price of a coffee, you can keep this going.
For the price of 1 cup of coffee, you can keep the world of the internet free.
Yeah.
You know, I donate every year and they still tell me. I'm like, guys, remember my name.
I'm not made of coffee.
I'm not made of coffee or money.
Yeah.
Alright. So we opened up Bubble Gloop Swamp, and we're heading on over there.
Just gotta open FP first. This level is really, really tight on health management. In fact, with the optimal health routing for this category, you have to kill an enemy to get a health to do it properly. And I have to get this honeycomb box over here. Hopefully, these honeycombs will be nice. We'll see.
Yeah, so we gotta take some damage crossing the swamp here. You normally don't open FP in 100% FFM if you're an experienced runner.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't do that in no FFM. Don't have Beak Bomb. So we gotta take the level order a little different here and do Bubble Gloop now. And he's gonna hit this honeycomb box and hope that they don't go in the swamp. Nice.
I always go
So
down there
that's
because
good.
one of them always tries to bounce down.
Yeah. You see that at least one bounce into the swamp so often.
Nice.
And the one move that we don't learn in this run, even though we have to learn all the other ones, is the wading boots.
Yeah. Just
Which makes this level kind of a pain in the ass.
yeah.
The health
It's
routing, like
sketchy.
Azmi was talking about, but it does save, what is it, like 10 seconds?
About 10,
learning
yeah.
the move. Yeah.
Means we have to do the entire maze section without wading boots. Which is kind of
Yeah.
sketchy, but it's consistent. Made that nice leaf cycle. That leaf cycle is important to make. If you miss the Croctus shot at the beginning and that leaf cycle is off, then you'll have to take a hit in the swamp to get to the cattail. Which really, really sucks. Health
Yeah, that
management.
completely messes up the routing of the health. Alright, so nice movement across the swamp.
It is awful.
We did just get a quick donation, if I can jump in.
Yep.
Go for it.
We got a $5 donation from Anonymous. Anonymous says, "Here's my sandwich donation." So thank you for your sandwich. It was very kind of you to forego ham and cheese for us. We appreciate it, for the kids.
Sounds pretty good right about now.
Alright.
Alright, so didn't fall there, that's good. Some of those platforms can be a little spooky when you're trying to go fast.
Did this with
Nice
2 gold
flibbits.
letters. Nice. I actually timed it. It's about the same speed to do the flibbits as the croc at the end of the level.
Wow. But that's gotta be tricky, right?
It's
Because you have
tricky,
to-
yeah.
You have to, like, bite them, and
Yeah.
that is not easy to do.
And when you kill them as a croc, it gives you 2 health instead of 1, and that causes a lot of lag.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's why it's not faster.
So some nice hut jumps here. Those are just some tricky jumps to skip having to break open all these huts. You can do it on all of them, but it's really, really tricky on that second to last one, and falling there loses a lot of time, so you don't go for that. And you'll notice we left that Jiggy behind. Gonna grab it later with the croc. Normally you'd see wading boots be grabbed here on the top of Crocodile there, but we're not grabbing them. This is where the health starts to be really, really important. We got 2.
Like that gold feather grab.
Yeah, that's a nice gold feather grab right there.
Gold feathers are really tight because since we can't use wading boots in the maze, we have to gold feather through the last section. And I need this health.
So you have to kill that guy specifically?
Yeah, one of the enemies can be the frog, that buzz bomb, or the other one.
Okay.
It's one enemy.
Because obviously, you know, you would want to get hit here and move during
Yeah.
the cutscene, but it can be scary
Need
if you
all
got
of
one
these
health
health.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he essentially wants to be at full health going into the maze.
I don't like you. I don't like you
Quote unquote maze. It really isn't a maze. It's
True.
there's only one way to go.
path.
It looks like it.
This guy wasn't a jerk.
Alright. Get your memory caps on. So, this will be our first instance of moving during a cutscene. So if you get knocked back during some cutscenes, you're able to move. So normally you would not be able to move right here, but Azmi managed to get a couple of the turtles hit by the time that ended. So that saved probably like 6 seconds or so to do that. And we want the turtles to be close together if possible, but
I
gotta
hate
deal
purple
with
in
what you
particular.
got.
Purple has the most dead zones, and it's a pain in the ass because I often beak bust it right in front, right on top of it, and it doesn't work. But it was nice that time.
Yeah, there are some positions where they just don't, it doesn't work. This is a little less than ideal here. Or that'll happen. Oh, well, there you go. You got both things. You got sliding off of the edge of them, and then a dead zone immediately after.
Want to get this?
Oh,
Right.
yeah. You're gonna
No,
go
I'm not
for
gonna
the.
get it. I hear it.
Tried so hard. Now everybody in the chat knows how Azmi remembers the last code.
A hard one. Alright. Now we have 2 less than full health, and there's 2 more health here from the Flibbits, which is perfect. Now we can do the whole maze.
Oh, we're good.
Thankfully, there's a honeycomb box right here if I ever mess up, but kind of slow, so not in the route. When's the last time you guys heard the wading boots talk?
Never.
You're here and in fall.
Oh yeah. All right.
Looks
Make
sketchy,
it
but
through.
made it.
Made it through. But Azmi, how are you gonna make it to Mumbo's hut?
However, whatever will I do? I'm just gonna gold feather. All the way across, and because of this specific sections, gold feathers are a pain in the ass to route in this category. I'm gonna go with this way around the hut.
That guy is scary.
He is very scary. Yep.
It's fast.
Alright. Nice.
Alright, cool. No washing machine. First transformation of the run. And now upcoming, get all your donations in so that CJ can read them during Mr. Vile.
This game is actually so hard because I have to do it without speed shoes, and it takes a lot of focus.
Yeah, this is actually a lot more difficult in no FFM. Not those speed shoes make a big difference.
And I still got to get everything around.
Yes. So you want everything in the room essentially. You want the feathers, and then you need the notes and the mumbo token. So, and the eggs if possible. General strategy is to go for the Yumblies that Vile is going for himself. That way you cut him off and take away from what he would get, rather than you both going for your own and trying to be faster than him. Where did he go? I thought he was gonna go for that one.
I thought so too. I need to get a big lead here because it's perfect. Now I can go all the way back here and get the stuff. Perfect.
Nice. 2 more. So now eating the grumblies are bad for this round, so gotta only go for the red ones.
Where are you?
And to clarify, you have to win. You cannot tie. Vile will still consider it a loss if you tie him.
What? Oh no. This is fine. Alright, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
For $100.
Uh-oh.
Me.
Please no.
Listen here, whippersnapper.
Hey, now I should be the one saying that. I'm the old boy in this community.
Back in my day, we didn't have furnace fun moves.
This is true.
Yeah.
It was just called 100% back then.
Things were better back then.
Oh no.
That was kind of weird. He just like walked right over that one.
Yeah. Oh, where's? Give me one.
Game?
No, I have to leave. No. I'm so sad, dude. Oh no.
At the buzzer.
That was the one thing I didn't want to happen. Damn it.
So you have to do the whole thing over again?
All 3 minutes, here we go.
Alright, there's still time. Get your $100 and I'll sing the song.
Oh man, I haven't lost that in actual months.
The donation goal is so nice we had to promote it twice.
I'm watching Azmi.
That's rough. File. So that's definitely this is definitely the most stressful part of the run for me. Like, give me something.
Especially when stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
You don't feel too bad. I lose to Mr. Vile all the time.
You are getting trolled so hard by this guy.
I know. Alright, whatever.
You didn't even have a big enough lead to go to the front.
Yeah. Oh my god.
He keeps turning around every time you do that.
Wow.
Your RNG of this run has been a complete dumpster fire. Oh my god. What? What game? Oh my god.
Dude, this sucks. If I lose again, you'll never see me again.
Shoutouts to Alpha.
Okay, good. Nice batch right here.
Oh, nice.
I should have gone that way.
Oh
That's
no, that
fine.
was a mistake.
That's fine.
You're good.
Oh.
There's a question from chat that I feel like is my job to answer. Quo asks, can you comment on the fact that the Mario Kart incentive was $200 this morning, yet it's currently since completed at 153 out of 153? Yes, I can. One, it's because it's my marathon. But two, and more importantly, there were a few runners who forgot to pick a target, and I asked them what they wanted to have their money towards, and they said the Mario Kart. And because we can't add money to the total in Tiltify, we can only subtract from the goal. The goal was met. The people are outraged. It sounds like the people are ecstatic and you're outraged. I'm just throwing that out there for you. But again, this isn't a show about me and you. It's a show about Mr. Vile, who looks like he is the odds-on favorite to beat Azmi a second time.
Nah. Chill. We're fine. We did it.
Oh my
It's
god,
over.
that was the most stressful 6 minutes of Vile I've ever watched.
That was horrendous, dude. Alright.
Mr. Vile is, in fact, outraged.
Paging garage door opener, please record this and put a Fox Studios intro on it and then some epic music in the background, sped up.
Azmi in Vile. Right.
Okay, so please don't die here.
We're fine.
Okay, we're good.
Now
Senor? Okay.
Senor.
Alright, nice death warp. Little scuffed at the end there, but
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
the
I've
rest-
been
the
on
rest-
worse
the
paces.
rest of the rest of the level was good.
The rest of the level was actually really good. I thought I was gonna gold that until Vile. That was sad.
Truly unfortunate.
Fine, it's fine. And that's why, it's one of the reasons why people like FFM. No Vile. Without speeches. Alright.
That's why Uncle Azmi doesn't talk about the war.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you have the detour for this token now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's only like 2 seconds slower, because right there, it's a 3-second detour in that room, but normally we get it after Gobi's Valley, and it's a 1-second detour there, so it's only like 2 seconds lost. It's not too bad. I've in this game, I've probably timed nearly every single token.
So you need
various
that
categories.
for... You don't need that for the walrus, you need that for the pumpkin.
For the pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah, okay, because you're at 15, so I know you're going to collect a couple here before actually going to Mumbo's. Alright, so gonna hit the twinkly box, and all he's got to do is hit this first twinkly muncher here and position the camera as such, and the munchers all despawn, and we can just chill.
If we get the water off screen, then it saves a bit of time on lag, which is nice.
Big brain.
Yeah, that was the first thing I've ever come up for with this in this game. First strat, saving time with lag.
First thing
here.
that actually saved time.
Yeah. Now we go.
I don't know what mine was. I remember.
That would probably be like years and years ago.
I was suggesting things to people in like 2013.
Damn. That's
Too
a
long
while
ago to remember. This is my strap too.
Oh yeah, true.
Setting up that egg camera.
Did you invent that before or after you started collecting Social Security?
4. That's why my payout is so high.
You've been paying in for a while.
Alright, going for YOLO Star here. Nice.
Clean.
Clean. Nice. Go for the double. Go for the double.
This is what I intend to do. Because now I'm lower, and I'm facing more towards the tree, because this is where I'm beak bombing next. Going all the way down here.
Oh, yeah.
Time that to be very slightly faster, about like half a second, and it saves on 2 feathers, which is nice.
You know what's a real meme that you could do? Try do one day is stay in flight and fly under the tree.
Yeah, I've tried doing that one time, but it's so annoyingly precise.
Yeah, it is.
I
had to task it to do that before. Or no, I recorded it like a long time ago, but it took me a million tries.
That termite was almost in the way.
Yeah, that guy almost. He was so close to hitting you.
We don't need that Jinjo.
Nope. So, the thing about FP is you learn Beak Bomb here, which you need for Gobies, and in Gobies you learn Turbo Trainer is there, which you need for FP. So, in terms of routing, you want to decide what level do you do 2 trips, and it turns out that FP is faster to do in 2 trips. And
land right on the present.
Yeah, that was really nice. Nice snowmen and nice landing on the present. So yeah, we want to do FP in 2 trips, and it's actually faster to come back later as the B, so that'll be exciting.
Right there, you saw.
Streamer.
I tried to get the snowman's belly out of the way. It causes so much lag. It's too thick for his own good.
Zooming in the camera there helps out a lot. But streamer, you ask, how do I get the B into Freezy Peak? Well, you'll just have to wait and see.
In the meantime, there is a prediction on whether or not there will be a washing machine.
That's a good prediction.
So, you know, a lot of other things have gone wrong, so, you know, maybe...
If you want the odds, it's about an 11%.
It's 5%.
Right? Oh, it's 5? I thought it was 11.
When you're in your My Marathon, it's 11%, damn it.
You're thinking bonks.
I'm thinking bonks and Tui. Yeah, so 5% for the washing machine. Very nice landing on the sled there.
I went through the token.
You went through.
That's so stupid.
That's actually really bad.
That's really bad.
You gotta get a backup now.
Yeah. You can go through that token if you... That's actually my fault, because if I landed on the sled while I was, like, falling after taking damage, That's one way you can go through the token. Another way is if you beak bust the sled, and another way is if you beak bomb the sled.
Yep.
It's just very annoying. It's gonna lose me like 5 seconds in MMM for a backup.
Yeah.
As long as I remember.
You want to definitely get one later. Going back up for that one specifically is definitely not worth it. Yeah, it happens to everyone at some point who runs this game, basically.
Yeah.
You make the mistake, and sometimes there are some animations where like it'll only happen sometimes, so it's really weird. Alright, so doing a little bit of a different route that most people are used to.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh.
You need to take hits anyways for the death warp.
Yep. So we're saving Jinjos for later, as everybody has hopefully seen by now, but he still wants to get every note. You can't. Gotta get all the notes in one trip. Same Xbox. So the goal here is to get all the notes, and pretty much just finish the walrus stuff and the death warp. Death warping makes it so you don't have to go all the way back to the hut, detransform, finish the level.
You can actually get that honeycomb without getting the health, but it's like really precise. And it only matters in this category because you need to death warp as the walrus. In normal 100% it doesn't matter. But getting that health loses like 2 to 3 seconds, which is kind of unfortunate.
It's like something you don't really bank on though, because
Yeah.
it's so hard not to touch that health.
Yeah. You may have seen right leg as the walrus, but have you ever seen left leg as the walrus?
No, I haven't. That actually looks pretty lenient.
Yeah, I think it's about the same as... Because you get the same amount of collectibles as right-legged.
Right.
No, left.
It's opposite day.
No! Oh, that kind of sucks.
So that might mess up the race a little bit, but...
Yeah, a tiny bit it might. I just have to... It's fine. The worst thing that'll happen is I don't get notes during the end of the race, which is...
Yeah, that's fine.
Not a lot of time lost.
Those are right there. Definitely need to get all these present notes, though, or he really wants to. That way he doesn't have to run back down here. Alright, nicely done.
And I can get a
Four
note.
more notes up here. Get one note and sneak around Boggy for the win.
Easy.
Nicely done.
Only text in the game that you can't skip. For whatever reason. I kind of want that.
Yeah, that would have been really bad if you fell there.
Yeah. Kind of a slow detour, but this is the best place you can death warp at. This little ice cube.
Unfortunately, there's not an enemy that's closer.
What's interesting is that when you die as a walrus, it goes to the fade out so much faster than as BK.
Yeah.
Quite odd.
And it only does that as Walrus, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It doesn't do that as the other transformation.
Nope.
One might think, well, what about the snowman? Well, we killed the snowman, so can't use the snowball to death warp off of there.
Yep.
All right. So now we're coming up on one of the newer tricks.
Serious time.
Yep. So it's gonna be Mad Monster Mansion early.
I'm gonna take off my headphones now.
Okay. So this is focus time for Azmi, so he's taking his headphones off, so he doesn't have to listen to me. But what's involved here is something called a bit clip, which was found about a year and a half ago. And essentially what bit clips are floating point errors in the code for position, where if you're at exactly the vertex of or a seam or a triangle, you'll be able to just fall right through the floor with some speed. So using some very precise tools to measure exact positions and distances and come up with a setup that allows us to get a bit clip and enter the level early here. And right here, Azmi is death warping essentially to the start of the area because he needs his position to be exactly where Banjo starts out of this loading zone. Now this setup involves just holding forward on the joystick here, and he's going to try to pause at a certain time. So he pauses here and lets go of Talon Trot and waits for Banjo to be completely standing still. And now this setup involves some frame perfect pauses. So he's trying to pause on certain frames as he's getting into first person and looking forward, and doing some punch cancels, so pressing B and then A immediately after, and his shadow disappears and he gets in. He did it. That was extremely good. That was like one of the most optimal Mad Monster Mansion earlies I've ever seen. Not gonna lie, like that was extremely fast. That is not easy to do. You got all the pauses on the right frames. Very, very well done. That is one of the hardest things in the game to do, these bit clip setups. Nice job.
That was a really, really fast setup.
That was crazy good.
Yeah. If I didn't
I like
fail the
literally
board out.
barely had time to explain it because we were so fast at it.
Yeah. It's 1 out of 2 down.
Yeah, so there is one more later in the run. Just to kind of run down a couple quick other things about that is those positions are down to granularity of 1/1000th to 1/10,000th of a unit within the game. So that is ridiculously precise. You can't just like YOLO it or like, oh, I'm kind of in the right spot. So those setups were the result of a lot of hard work by Ring Rush, as well as the 8-Bit Beast, and then Azmi to help come up with some setups things too. So Azmi's gonna try to jump on this flight pad. Doesn't quite get it.
Got the token though.
He wanted to get on that flight pad and then take off without touching the Jiggy, but turn into the Jiggy, and then it skips the dance turn flight. Just barely missed it.
It's one of those finicky things that are kind of precise. Like, I try not to set up too long for it because it only saves a few seconds. So I'd rather fail it quickly than spend a long time doing it to get it, in which case it'll barely save any time.
Yeah, I think that's something that a lot of that could kind of separate runners, abilities, is recognizing when they're not gonna be perfectly consistent at something, but just try it as quickly as you can. Because if you spend so much time sitting there trying it and failing, or setting it up and you don't even get it, then you just wasted a bunch of time. Some quick egg poops here. Kind of tight movement, trying to avoid all of these gravestones that are chasing you. But really, really nicely done with pots there.
That was perfect. Hell yeah. That was really good.
Yep.
Probably one of, if not the most movement-intensive parts of the run, the pot section right there. The pots have a really, really finicky hitbox.
Yep. This is some tricky movement in this room too. Trying to do tumble as quick as possible forces you to take some damage, and the movement is really tight for getting everything while the ghost is
I'm only gonna
cycling
take
around.
1 damage here because I need to save my health, because in this category, remember how I had a gold feather through the last portion of BGS of the maze there? That makes me really tight on gold feathers, so I'm gonna save some health here to get some gold feathers inside Lago by getting hit by a Champa there, which takes 2 health.
But that also helps set up the death warp later.
Yeah.
And also get gold feathers, yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
This guy's no. Where's the other guy?
Yeah, your enemy
Oh
is
my God.
it's just so bad. They're just all over you.
Both of those guys are in the worst spots possible. I took a wide turn because I was scared of where that guy was, and he was right where I thought like he wasn't gonna be. Alright, I gotta remember to get this token here.
Oh yeah, gotta make up for that token that he missed in FP. Alright, so we're gonna try to jump into the water with this Jiggy in the hand.
Oh
here.
no!
Just barely misses it. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that seems rough.
Because it doesn't go bouncing in the air as high as it does in Mumbo's Mountain, so that one's much trickier. Alright, so now we still don't have the Turbo Trainers learned, so Azmi is going to try to make it into the church without them. You can make it, but it's very, very tough, and he does have a backup of pause buffering, though. Let's see.
Nice.
Ooh,
No
he
pause
got it.
buffer.
Nice. Yeah. So pause buffering is a backup strat that actually extends the length of the timer a little bit. I believe it just doesn't run while you're like pausing the game or whatever. There's like a few like transition frames from the game when it like pauses. But he didn't need to do that. So good movement.
Or health.
Matsan's piano pattern is the same every time, so you can go as fast as you want here. So we got to be careful if he tries to go too fast and makes a mistake, take a damage hitting the wrong key. We're here in the game. Did you move your mic closer to the TV?
Oh, did you? Did I? Oh, I didn't move anything. I don't think it's coming. It might be coming up on the Discord, but not in the stream. I don't think.
Okay.
It was funny every time that you ground pound. We just heard "Arrgh!"
Yeah, the Jinjo sound is the most notorious culprit of bleeding through Discord or whatever.
Yeah. I've been a call with someone while I'm just practicing BK, and every once in a while they'll just hear "wee." It's a classic. I'm gonna try and do this without taking a hit. Ah, no, I took a hit. Rip.
So that's really scary there because if Azmi had landed on the ghost, it would have reset his flutter, and he would have just taken all that fall damage that he avoided with the flutter. So thankfully he didn't get hit by the
that was kind of close.
I think he would have died. I think he would have died.
Maybe. I could have fluttered out of it, though. If I got hit, I could have
you
fluttered out of it.
can. Yeah, if you
I
can
reacted,
react and you can mash, then yeah, but when you're like not sure if it's coming, it's not natural to react like that. Some nice movement on the church here. Those jumps on the little like railings are really tight.
Yeah.
Just stay on that fall off. Really easy to fall off there.
Alright, that was a good section.
All right.
That section right there,
Here's another 1 in 20.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, no, nothing.
Nope.
That section right there, leaving the church to entering Mumbas, I think that's probably like... If Pots is the most movement intensive, I think that's probably the second most movement intensive part. It's a really difficult section.
Like precise movements.
Yeah.
So rest of the level is trying to make as much use of the pumpkin as possible with jiggy animations, and going into the well with the pumpkin saves quite a bit of time over swimming through getting everything as Banjo, and it serves as a nice death warp spot as well. Normally you'd be at 2 or 1 health, so this is kind of scary like these Champas, but he was at 4, so getting himself down to 2 there.
I have 3 gold feathers, and then there's 2 more gold feathers around the well, which is nice. So, what I'll be getting. And save a second here because I'm not gonna get the note. You don't normally get the note back.
That's right. You grabbed it on the way back from the token.
I got 5 gold feathers right now, and that looks okay, but like, entering Gobies, I used 3 gold feathers, which is a pain in the ass, because then I'm going to be back down to 2. So, fun gold feather management. There we go.
Alright. The well can be scary if you're at 1 health, but had 2 there to ease our minds a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the big routing bottlenecks of the run, is hitting this water switch is like hard required for beating the game. Just straight up accessing the top areas of the lair.
Mm-hmm. I think even like a hypothetical updated any% task would still do this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You unfortunately don't really have any way of moving upwards a lot in Banjo. Only under very, very specific circumstances can you go upwards really fast without a flight pad. And the game saves during that cutscene, so it's actually faster to just reset the console and then make your way back up the layer, going back into your file there. Otherwise, you'd have to detransform and run all the way back out. So this saves a little bit of time.
I actually do this interesting strategy. After I beak bust the switch, Banjo like freezes before the cutscene starts. What I do there is I split when Banjo freezes, and then when the detailed timer hits 4.0 seconds exactly, that's when I reset. I've tried 3.9 before, but it doesn't work. So, it's a nice little time save.
So it's kind of like what PG does.
Yeah, in 2E.
For the,
he actually helped me time it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like the DCW timing setup thing.
Alright.
And that man says he's not interested in BK speedruns.
Yeah. I was asking in the Discord one time, how early can you reset there? And then PG randomly was like, you could just time it. And then he just like told me how to time it.
That exactly sounds like him. Funny.
Right.
So that Clanker's Jiggy there, the Witch Switch Jiggy, is left behind from earlier in the run, which is part of the reason why the reset saves time there. And then having a detour back to Gobies anyways, having to go back through the lair.
Back down to 2 gold feathers, oh boy.
You know you can only use 2 there, right?
Yeah, it's hard. Really hard.
Yeah,
I'm not good at it.
not gonna bother.
This part's kind of hard here. Nice frame perfect jump right there.
Nice mid-air jump.
To get the note, yeah. That one's surprisingly
Yeah.
like super consistent.
I think it's because it's a little bit laggy here, so it's kind of
Probably.
like a dog skip or whatever. All right, so Gobi clip time. Can we get it?
Nice.
Nice. So there's actually a little bit of a hole in the terrain there on the side of Jinxie, so you can kind of just slip right in with some speed.
Oh no!
Oh, that is
Give me
that is
that.
unfortunate. Yeah, I might as well get that note now.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh my god, okay.
See, the thing with Banjo speedruns is it is so important to have like your camera consistent all the time, and whenever you make a mistake in this game, it usually messes with your camera, and then you're like trying to do movement you've never really like done before
Yeah.
because you're just not used to it. So a lot of mistakes end up spiraling out of control
Mm-hmm.
in Banjo if you're not careful.
Alright.
Alright, so now Azmi's keeping his camera in this direction so that this ring doesn't spawn until he gets close to it. Those rings don't come out of the ground until they're on camera. So right there, that's a nice little way of getting that ring quickly.
Oh, come on.
Missed one egg, dang.
Okay. Alright, dude.
Wait, it didn't work? Oh my gosh.
It went to the other corner. when like
Yeah.
the head's turning back, there's like one frame where the egg just won't work. Kind of sucks.
It's always the one frame thing.
And skip these red feathers because how lenient it is in this category.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably skipped those.
Uh-huh.
Alright, entering the memory pyramid here. So just want to complete this as quick as possible. This mummy is random spots, so you may have to change what you're doing to kill him.
Nice 69 on the timer
Nice.
there.
Nice.
You can get a 70, but it's very, very precise. I've only ever gotten it 2 times ever. That's decent. Alright.
So time for some flying. And now we have Beak Bomb from FP. A nice precise Beak Bomb here to get through the ring. Gotta be careful, not too high or too low there.
Oh
And
no,
hit the
dude.
target. Oh, you went through.
That's
You mean Beak Bomb
so
down to
bad.
vowels?
I can't. No, I'm just gonna go fly.
Okay, yeah.
I actually don't know if I can make this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go. Okay, we're gonna go there after. I don't trust myself.
Yeah, that would have been really close.
Normally,
Yeah,
when
so-
you that sucks.
Yeah. So he wanted to learn the move on the way in there,
Yeah.
but because he flew, kind of did a flyby on the target, he wasn't in the spot that he wanted to be. He wanted to beak bust out of flight and then go walk over there, but since he had to kind of like slowly fly down, he didn't have enough time. You may have had a second left, but I think it was the right choice to
Yeah.
just go in. learn the move now.
Now the ring is spawning there, which kind of sucks, but oh.
Oh yeah, puts them on camera. So
I'm
just gotta go for a jump here, which, yeah, there you go. Nice. It's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
There's sort of a camera setup to go for it.
Oh, okay, dude. Again.
Wait, really? Oh my god.
That's actually fine. The backup is to get that afterwater pyramid now.
Oh. That's smart, actually. Oh.
That should
okay.
be good, I think.
That should work?
Please! Okay, thank you.
Nice. Yeah, so the goal here is stay in flight and grab that Jiggy after the cutscene, but he can knock you back, and then he can also you can also land. And now here's a beak bomb clip. Nice. So beak bombing there at the end angle in that corner can flip you through with the right positioning. Because your beak bomb speed is so high, it essentially just puts you on the other side of the wall.
You're also facing like the entirety of the other side of the level, which is laggy, which is helpful for the clip.
Yeah, laggy camera angles help these clips a lot. The first instance of it you'll see in the run. A couple more to come. The only thing that sucks about that, I guess, is that you still have to shoot 3 eggs in if you have to do it later.
That's true.
Instead of just saving the ones that you already put in. But yeah, flying back up and then landing and then going back down again, that's not worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, since we passed by that ring so many times, we just like want to keep getting it. It'll reset the location to that spot every time you enter an area. Alright, so jumping off this wall here and climbing over the walls, skip the maze. The actual maze.
Yeah. That's like...
An actual maze, unlike the quote-unquote maze in Bubble.
Yeah.
That was good though. That was good movement. It's easy to fall on those walls, especially when the camera's moving and everything. Okay, quick dive time. Did you want to take damage there or no?
Ideally you would, but not. I'm not gonna do it here because it's just to have safer health management.
Okay. Yeah. So if you quick dive all the way to the bottom. And you basically touch the ground, the game thinks that you're touching the quicksand. It still kind of exists down here. But it only applies to you when you're in the walking state or like on ground state, but right now he's in swimming. And now this is kind of a tricky jump, but it's fast to get this up after the water. Nice.
That was a good setup too. There's a cool little trick you'll never see in any other category. I'm at full health right now. Boom, now I'm at 3 health.
Yep, so you took 5 damage from that. Some weird characteristic of those Slappa enemies when they're like when they're sitting on the ground like that, there's some hitbox that is able to hit you repeatedly without knocking you back. So it'll actually do a damage every frame that you're in it. So he used that land in the water. So Azmi used that to get to low health, helping set up for a death warp.
Because in this category you refill in health at the cactus. So quite an unfortunate place to refill in health. Quick damage.
Yeah, every time you get your 6th honeycomb and you get another piece of health, you get put to full, so that is part of the damage routing in the run. Nice beak bombs here. Normally you would take the shoes over to Grabba to get his Jiggy, but you're just able to beak bomb it. But you can crash land very easily, so it is a little risky. And because Azmi beak bombed into the water pyramid earlier, he doesn't have to go in right now. Saves time because you don't have to watch the cutscene opening. You don't have to go in the top. And we can do this nice routing where we take the shoes over to Gobi at the end here.
Yep.
Finish grabbing these notes and honeycomb, and then we're out. So, not too bad. Not bad Gobies.
Got the major tricks at least, except for the bottle sling, but whatever.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad of a mistake. Didn't let it snowball by trying to be risky.
You got some time until the next level if you want to read off anything, CJ.
Yeah, for sure. Let's check in on those incentives. Thanks to your incredible generosity, all you viewers, we've already met the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Retro Tracks incentive to turn items on. We are $40 away from the Hollow Knight incentive, which is to kill Mila. And we are $90 away from going commando any percent. He's going to put on the Tims. So, and also we are a little ways away, but the Jack and Daxter 100% glitch showcase is $180 away. But you guys have been donating to it, so I'm going to keep you guys updated, you know. And then the polls. Let me look at the polls, as I want to do. Apologize. Here we go. So, the two current active polls are, for the Hades 3 weapons run, which 3 weapons is Grace going to use? The current winners are the Rail with $84, the Spear for $50, and the Sword for $25. So, 4 people donated for the Fist. I'd like to see that number go a little bit high, you know? Fist beats everything. That's what we all know. And the other incentive that we got, the other poll that we got going on, the other bid war, I should say, is pick the game for the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire run, and Ruby is in the lead by $20. So get those donations coming in. Got a lot of great incentives. Don't forget, you are allowed to pick a reward, a target, and a poll with every donation. So get your donations in and make sure you click one of each.
Sound like some cool incentives.
Oh, they sure are.
All right, we got a nice fun part of the run here. Engine room, nice and scary. Very easy to die here, so Azmi's gonna be really careful on these spinning pipes. I say that as he pulls some risky moves.
YOLO everything. It's the easiest way.
Alright, so now he's gonna try to jump through the fan while he's invincible after taking the hit. So down on the first one. Ooh, that is... Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, it was kind of scary, yeah. It's fine. I was like, kind of half not... I wasn't like gonna be scared if I was gonna die because it would have been cool to show off the void out.
You know, when you start stuttering like that, on, you know that it was a bad idea.
It's fine.
Alright. So, Azmi's got to collect things here while on the pressure of the fan timer. So, he needs to be quick here in collecting these notes and give him time before the propellers start spinning again.
Mm-hmm.
So he's able to collect the propeller jiggy. And he's still got 30 seconds left, so should be good here.
These propellers are always like stopped in a different spot, so it's kind of situational which way you have to swim. Just kind of weird.
I wonder what determines that. I've never actually thought about that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Clever movement to get up the slopes here. Some careful jumps to avoid the Champas, and then some more slope abuse here. Makes it all the way in Talon Trot. Very nice.
Nice.
Good stuff. Now he's gonna do some quick climbs here. Just kidding.
5 gold feathers. That's okay. Not bad.
Alright, didn't fall going to the witch switch.
Yeah, that was kind of close.
Yeah. You go for the damage cancel?
Nice.
Oh, you got it. That is a frame perfect trick.
And I triggered Brad right
I like-
there by quick climbing.
Yep.
It worked.
Yep.
It saved time.
Collecting that Jiggy on the same frame as hitting Boombox skips the dance. Alright, nice movement to the blue boxes. This is that one room that Azmi died in.
One time.
Never forget.
That room is really finicky. The
Good
camera's
movement there. Yeah, the camera flips really easily in that
all
room.
over the place.
And then this room's can be scary because of the Champas. Good stuff.
More slope abuses
More slope abuse.
everywhere.
All the time save. So now Azmi's gonna keep his camera consistent right here. He's not gonna touch it in order to set up for lifeboat jump. So he wants to avoid climbing this crane. There's a really tight jump you can do to get to this lifeboat that's hanging on the side of the big boat.
Okay.
Oh,
I knew
you
it.
had to have pressed A like a frame too late.
I knew it. That sucks.
Yeah.
Dang, this was actually
least
like
if you-
a really, really good RBB until then.
At least with falling like that, you're able to get back up to the button as soon as the timer runs out.
I'm not gonna go for it again. The camera's messed up.
Yeah, I that's a good idea.
But it's good
People
because
used to turn their camera around and point it at the lifeboat, but it's really laggy doing that, and then it's just a little bit more consistent to do it the way that Azmi is doing it, because the camera is consistent if you don't touch it after the toxic pool. But he just pressed a little bit too late there and fell off the ledge.
Yeah.
But good recovery.
got a gold feather out of it though, which is nice because
That was like a really good RBB up until that point.
it was like probably gold pace for sure. 2 health here. Ah, I guess I'll gold feather to be safe. I normally don't gold feather this guy here, but
Yeah.
definitely should.
Yeah, this is scary. This guy can hit you. And those Champas, if they're in the biting animation, do 2 damage.
Yeah. Get these health. Oh, you asshole.
Oh! I've been telling you, man, your enemy RNG
So
in this run
bad.
is the worst thing I've ever seen. Alright, very nice jump off with the hoist there.
We should be back. Let me go check in the Discord real quick. That's my bad. Let me go open Discord, make sure I'm connected. Guys still there? I believe we are still alive, right? Hopefully they'll drag me in. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, hi, how's it going, Matt?
Are you back?
Yeah. Give me a second. That was a weird glitch. My computer, like, freaked out for a second.
Wait, the chat can't hear me?
They should be able to hear you. It just started
Yeah.
screen sharing again.
Oh, okay.
Alright, should be fine now.
Are we back, chat? Okay. Cool.
Alright,
Good.
good. Let's
Just in time
sketchy.
to cut a dolphin in half.
Yeah. What happened? It scared me because like what happened was it sounded like one of those VC crashes in like Ocarina of Time. Like ah shit, dude. Oh no. We're close.
Alright, so there wasn't really a whole lot to comment on in that last couple minutes or so. Just collecting some last few things in the level, and Azmi's going to do a slightly different jiggy skip there and gets it. Where if you jump on a jiggy before you touch the ground out of the water, the game still thinks you're in the water, so it'll just skip the dance for you.
Yeah.
And all that's left is this honeycomb. Besides the lifeboat jump mishap, that was a really good RBB.
It was actually like yeah. Except for that enemy that was in the way in the captain's quarters.
Yeah. And are we gonna see the... Ah, we are.
Yep.
Nice death warp on the ceiling.
Beak bomb, hell yeah. So that strat's actually, it's about a second faster. People haven't done it for like years and years because you can often just go straight through the honeycomb, which is very, very annoying. Somewhat recently I came up with a setup that I think is really consistent, where you like zoom in, turn the camera so you take off to the right of the right of the honeycomb, and then I think because of the angle that you're beak bombing the honeycomb at, you'll get it most of the times. I haven't gone through it yet.
Isn't it like a different like lag from that camera angle too? So maybe that
Probably,
has
yeah.
something to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Alright, take off my headphones again.
Okay. Yep. So now Azmi's gonna need. Well, he's doing his own serious time, so I'll be able to commentate about it. Right now, Azmi's gonna be setting up Click Clock Wood early. So we're gonna do a bit clip to get into Click Clock Wood, and he's taking a slight detour to kill the gruntling there to make it a little bit easier for him. That guy can get in the way while doing the setup, as well as the health dropping from him can cause lag, which could mess up the setup. So the consistent positioning that Azmi needs for this setup is the position that he's standing right after that cutscene. So gonna go for a bear punch and a beak barge, both consistent forms of movement similar to like side hops and OOT. And then simply holding right here, and he's gonna try to pause on a certain frame going around the log here. Now he has 3 frames actually that he can pause here and still make this work. He has setups for all 3 of them. so that you don't have to go get one specific frame. And now, Azmi again going for some more pauses while in first person, going around here. Some specific camera movements, a punch cancel. Getting Talon Trot, do another slight change in direction, and he's in. Very, very nice. Both bit clips in this run went perfectly.
Bravo.
So very nicely done.
Nice.
Awesome.
Actually, really solid.
Yeah. Yeah, the Click Clock Wood setup is a lot more involved than the Mad Monster Mansion one, and it costs a lot more time if you fail it.
Yeah, and it saves
very,
less
very
time.
Important. Yeah, and it saves less time. So yeah, very, very important that he got it there, and he saved quite a bit of time over actually opening the level.
Yep. The only reason why that's a lot more difficult from the compared to the MMM early one is because with MMM early you can look at the background really easily to tell if you move during your punch cancels. Because you move such a short distance, you can barely see if Banjo moves at all. So we just look at the background instead. But looking at the background when you do a punch cancel for Click Clock Wood early, the background barely moves at all. So you have to like squint at your TV, like be super sure. It's just really difficult.
That is, oh my god. You are greedy.
Dude, I go for that at every run. It's consistent, I swear. The leaf bud jump.
Jumping off of that little tiny bud leaf is like...
It's so satisfying.
The greediest thing I've ever seen.
I timed it to save 0.3 seconds, alright? It's worth it.
This guy... Yo, we got a sub in the chat.
Nice.
Pog.
Okay, alright. I literally did that in my PB just earlier today.
Alright. Azmi's getting a certain camera angle set up here because he's going to do a clip out of bounds soon. And he wants a consistent camera for it. And these bees are another example of taking damage in the cutscene and allowing them to move. And very nice spring
That was
flip.
really fast, yeah.
So voiding out of bounds is a nice thing to use in Click Clock Wood to get back to the lobby. It actually doesn't remove your notes, so doing that is a nice way to get back and to enter the next season much quicker. Risky backflips there with the bird. Makes it okay. So, fun fact, you can actually kill these wasps with just like pecking them, but gold feathering them is just easier to do. It's so easy to get hit when you're trying to kill them without gold feathers.
Mm-hmm. 4 good gold feathers is really nice here.
Yeah, when is like the 2030 decade level speedrunning Banjo where everybody kills those guys to save the 2 seconds for the gold feathers?
I didn't miss him.
Nice. Yeah, you weren't able to see your shadow there.
I sort of missed the movement. What I wanted to do was I wanted to get in and out of Talon Trot as I went off the hive, but I missed the input. It's fine. I'm pecking it. That jump,
Yeah,
I failed that so often recently.
Sometimes you just like get stuck on that lip of that platform too,
and it's very, very laggy in that area, which makes it like harder to time your jump.
Yeah.
I actually have a really good feather count, so now I can gold feather this rock. Okay, we'll not do that. Ideally saves like half a second.
A lot of the Click-Clock Wood route is determined by the worms here, the caterpillars for Irie. And then you kind of have to, you know, progress through the seasons like normal with the switches. A long time ago, we didn't used to climb these leaves, but it's about 10 seconds faster to do that.
And I skipped the leaf there. Kind of precise, but fast.
I think he's dead again, ladies and gentlemen.
Am I? Wait, can you hear me?
Oh.
Hello?
I can hear you, but my Discord screen is paused.
Oh, hold on, give me a second. Right there, the snare bear right there, the behind its eyes is completely invulnerable. I can just jump right through it. I'll fix that as soon as I get to Irie. The thing that sucks about Summer, though, it's a really consistent level. The only thing that's inconsistent is that the worms can be in weird places. And that's usually what costs me, like, good splits these days. If the worms are in bad spots, bad worm RNG. Wait, can you see it again?
Right. Discord came back for like a second, and then it froze again for me. Okay, now it's good. Now you're at
There
Irie,
you go, yeah.
feeding them the worms. There you go.
Irie Irving, anyone? I'll be here all day.
That's just like a Discord stream. Anyways. Done with Summer. Mostly. Baby birds are gonna grow up all the way throughout the years, or throughout the seasons.
And fall is the longest season. It's got the most notes.
Most lag, most cutscenes.
Yeah, the most everything.
It's Banjo-Tooie the prequel.
This level is like...
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's probably like, if you actually combine them, probably the size of like Witchy World or like, I don't
Probably.
know. Or maybe like TDO would be a good comparison.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, look, you can see the speeches, not speeches, waiting boots again. You can jump straight through them. Poor guys, never get their use.
Well, yeah, it's like the lamest move in the run. That was a little
Yeah.
close there.
These birds, they come out at different speeds depending on, like, RNG, I believe, so...
Yep.
It can be annoying. I'm gonna skip the Jiggy. Get it in winter. A big boy.
Ooh. Balls of steel.
Nice.
That was kind of weird, but it worked.
It worked. I didn't get it initially, but I got the backup.
Yeah. Gold feathers are really important for fall. Gotta have these snare bears. You can get the notes without them, but good luck.
Yeah, good luck with that. This worm is so close to the tree. Weird.
So gotta make a little bit of backtracking before climbing the tree for some worms, but not too much.
This guy, move! I'm killing you. Die.
Don't cross Azmi by the beehive.
My perfect line's ruined by him.
Alright, some tight jumps here. Getting all of the acorns for Nabnut. And these things have the worst hitboxes in the world, so
Yep.
you find yourself going through them half the time. Jumping across like a greedy runner.
I missed.
Oh,
Oh, that's annoying.
that's a really good camera angle to keep there.
Yeah, just don't touch the camera at
For
all.
lag. Yeah, that's keeping it away from the tree like that is
And
so
I
nice for lag.
Oh no.
Yeah, this jump sucks. Corner. Alright. Want to have a good camera angle here too to reduce lag.
Mm-hmm.
These cutscenes, these like leaf effects in the background that you see, as well as like the snow in winter, add a lot to the lag. And now in Banjo-Tooie, this would just be your average level. There's a lag.
I missed. Like that slope abuse chat? Wasn't it scary?
It was.
It's actually only like 0.2 seconds faster than normal slope abuse. I don't do that in normal 100% because in normal 100% with FFM, you need a lot of eggs. And there's a lot of eggs you can get under the burrs there. But in this category, I only need 5 more eggs for the rest of the run until Grunty, so we're fine. This is probably the biggest downtime.
Just the flower.
Yeah, just the flower and that's it. Probably the longest downtime in the game. Feeding Irie, 10 worms. The camera angle you have here while you feed Irie is very important. If you have a bad camera versus the camera that I have, you can lose up to 6 seconds just based on lag alone. I've timed it.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Alright. Nice jump there at the end. Be tricky.
Won't break you. Okay. It's fine. Going up on health. Yeah, it was decent.
Now winter is probably one of the most intense
This is
parts of the run.
This is like the only split in CCW that I'm like not 100% confident in when I go into it. It's just scary. But it is consistent. Just hard.
Worst thing in this level to collect is the honeycomb inside Naughty's house in winter. And that's what makes it so difficult because we have a couple of beak bomb clips for it. But if you mess one of them up, you lose quite a bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy could be scary, getting knocked with the snowball there.
Yeah.
Pretty much lose like 30 seconds
Yeah.
or something.
Any mistake you make will lose you like 30 seconds.
I guess having the extra feathers makes it a little bit less scary in this category, though.
No!
Just at least having like a backup. That guy just wanted the spotlight.
Yeah. It was like all good and all, but he caused a lot of lag. That guy's the worst. Please move. Thank you. No!
Oh!
Oh my god. Alright, I'm killing these guys. I want the
Okay.
health.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, that was scary. I didn't know what health you were at.
Yeah,
but
I
I mean,
would
it wasn't
flag.
on. It wasn't on the screen, so. All right. Now, Azmi wants to stay in flight here for the Jinjo and the Iriji. Nice. Skip that dance. Oh,
Nice.
nice. Got in there.
That strat right there is why I refilled on health in the fall and on the ice cube there. Takes 2 hits.
Yeah, that's tricky, and if you fall, then you gotta go back up to the flight pad.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, another beak bomb clip here. Good. Gotta get the Jiggy in flight. It's kinda... That's actually really good. Nice. Got one more. Gets
Nice.
it. Very nice.
I failed that clip, Winter Clip 2 in my PB today. So sad.
Dang.
There we go. This is an okay winter other than that one fall, but good enough. Let me
But
get this.
can you PB with losing to Vile?
Not. Dang it. Usually get that token without taking a hit, but or whatever.
So your last token is the other snare bear coming up here,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Alright. So now you'll notice he's gonna
Oops.
be pooping eggs into the flower here. Spring, normally you don't do, but for some reason when you come back to this season, you're allowed to do that. But the game will soft lock if you're spawning the Jiggy here. But there's a way around that by getting hit by the bees and then blind navigating to a loading zone. So Azmi is blind navigating to Mumbo's hut right now, and he made it. Nice job.
I'm gonna take a hit. I'm gonna death whip an FP. I like how I take off my headphones for MMM early and Click Clock early, but I don't take off my headphones for that, and that's the only part that actually has an audio cue.
Yeah, so I guess I didn't even think about that until I was like talking, and then I said to myself, well, we're already deep, so
Yeah. I've done...
if he gets it, he gets it.
I was bored before, and I tried doing it without listening. I got it. It's a fun thing to
Yep.
try.
Yeah, there was a lot of science that went into figuring out how to get to Mumbo's optimally.
Yeah. Oh no.
That actually kind of worked.
Yeah.
You flew up into the air. You didn't say flying, and then nice clip out of bounds to leave the beehive. So this should be number 6. Oh, 5.
Yeah, 5.
So
Oh, no.
now Azmi is gonna clip out of bounds here with the bee. And make his way over to the loading zone here, and this is past the D-transform trigger, so now Azmi can just freely go about the lair, as long as he avoids all the D-transformation triggers as he pleases, flying around. Lost CJ.
Rip
But-
CJ. Here's something
Alright,
you'll
still
never
here.
see in any other category. I'm gonna go to FP as the B.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Nice split.
Yeah. Gotta get this pipe jiggy right here because you just
Alright.
poke your nose right through it, grab it.
Now you guys get to see the
Jinjo.
the nice use of the bee in FP here. All these Jinjos are really fast to collect.
This is the only slow part, going all the way to Mumbo's hut right here. There's the yellow Jinjo inside.
Yeah.
Still worth it.
The B movement in this game is surprisingly difficult, and Azmi is really good at it.
I've practiced it for so long. It's actually kind of fun.
It
It's
takes a lot of
addicting.
practice. It's really rewarding when you do things fast because you just move so much faster than Banjo as the B. And now you get to race Boggy as the B. This is actually really difficult to do.
It's really hard, yeah.
It is not easy. Welcome back.
No, I missed the flag. Aw.
Oh,
I'm so
that's
sorry you
rip.
missed a flag.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes.
One mistake and it's off.
One
and it's
little
gone.
tiny mistake.
It's okay. It's good. No one saw that. Guys, look, we can do bog races as the B. Isn't this crazy?
Yeah.
As I see that you're gonna do the race again, for good measure, we have 2 donations. We have a $9 donation from Shuli that says heart, and we have a $9 donation from Crunchy Brown. He says for $9, this vent is amazing, which officially pushes over the 600 mark. We are now at 609.
That was close.
Shout out to everybody. And I will leave it back to you two while
There
I
we
put
go.
out
Alright.
behind the scenes.
Nice.
That took me like 3 hours to get it the first time I've ever tried it. I've ever done it. It's a really hard race to do.
Yeah. And now the nice thing about bringing the B here is there's no ceiling in this room. So coming over here for the Jinjo Jiggy is, maybe a little bit of a detour, but it allows us to get this honeycomb by flying over the wall. You don't have to swim through there as Banjo or take the walrus. And then Death Warp back to the start.
And we're done.
Now we've got 100% in FP. Gonna collect a couple more Jiggies in the lair as cleanup, and then we're ready to go to Furnace 1.
Ah, dang it.
Yeah, Azmi's got to be careful here. It's possible to clip into the eye there, and then it's difficult to get out.
Yep, we stay as the B. Still got a couple more G's to get. Go right through that.
Yeah,
Do
very
everything.
nice. Yeah, the B's hitbox is a lot different. So right here, you're gonna see him actually just waddle right through these bars, and then we're just flying straight back up the lair. The last lair Jiggy we need to get is Rusty Bucket Bay.
Yep.
Yep, and then that's it. That's unfortunate there that you have to dip back down for that Jiggy
Yeah.
instead of just collecting it on the way up.
hmm
Making use of this D-transform trigger here, and it's Furnace Fun time.
Perfect. It's ironic that the
So
B's
how many
hitbox is weird.
questions?
I think it's 7, I think? I don't remember.
7 questions? Yeah.
We'll count, we'll see. 900 notes, good.
Yep. Got all the notes. So Furnace Fun has had some developments over the years, from having to beat it to Furnace Fun Skip that Linkus discovered, and then down to what we now refer to as a Ninpalk Skip.
We've gotten too lazy that we've just named the trick after the person who found it.
Yeah. So we're pretty much just playing with the RNG here, hoping that we don't get a grunty question on the Joker. I guess that the Joker not as big of a deal, but we definitely don't want it on the death square. The death square he's going to want to get wrong, and he's going to get in Talon Trot in between the tiles here, and get on the death square as he's doing it. It's kind of tricky. You have to be right between them.
One
so you got
pixel
it there.
can do it.
Yep, and he wants to get this question wrong. And he's going to get knocked back, which is supposed to knock you into the lava, but in that Talon Trot animation, it actually doesn't work. And we can just run right to the end and skip the entire puzzle.
Not bad. You know I gotta go for it.
I mean, with how this run has gone, we might as well go for dog skip.
Easy.
He gets it! What a legend!
Let's go.
One frame trick, everybody. Didn't have to do it in 100%, but he did it for the meme.
Yeah. First try, let's go. That's the second time I've gotten dog skip first try in a marathon run. It's really funny. You were commentating the last time I did it, too.
You have a problem, sir. You know what your problem is? Right, grunty fight. Lots of cool strats here to save time. And this isn't any percent, so he doesn't have to worry about his health so much. It's really easy to mess this fight up. And you can see Discord fine now.
Oh, really?
The stream is frozen, yeah.
What? Why is it
Missing
frozen?
the grunty fight.
That shouldn't... I don't know why that's a thing.
Oh, okay, we're back. We're back. We're seeing the beak bombs. Nice beak bombs, by the way.
Yeah, those are actually really, really good beat bombs. I don't know why it froze, because my OBS didn't freeze.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Maybe that was on their end or something, I don't know.
We got the splice in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so Azmi's gonna poop eggs here to try to skip the cutscene. Nice, gets it.
Clean.
So now he essentially overlapped those cutscenes there. Did that work?
Oh, that... I like how the first one
yeah.
worked, but not the other ones.
Yeah. And jumping at Grunty there actually makes the Jinjo's hit her quicker. Alright, time's coming up pretty soon. Azmi's just gotta dodge these fireballs and shoot 20 eggs into Jinjonator. Now this can go really, really good or really bad. If you make like one mistake, it usually snowballs, so hopefully this goes well. Alright, that was the hardest part. Nice job. Time's coming up. And time.
GG.
GG.
It's a 208.39 on my end at least. Nice run.
Very nice.
Hey, nice run.
Yeah, I still underestimate even losing to Vile round 3. I'm glad.
The maximum amount of time that we could have had to play Mr. Vile again. 6 rounds from Mr. Vile.
I just really needed to show you guys how painful it is to do Vile in this category. Just gotta show you. Full experience. Don't underestimate.
Awesome. If people wanted to check you guys out, where can they do that?
Just my Twitch. Twitch.tv/Azmi1. I just stream BK mostly. That's about it. Mostly BK and BT sometimes. Yeah. Brad used to task.
I don't really stream much anymore.
he used to task, not anymore.
I used to task this game until BitClips ruined it.
He was gonna do an 90% task, but then Mumbo's Mountain got rerouted like a million times because of new tricks. Now big clips are a thing, and it makes the task like not actually that entertaining. So, gone.
All right. Well, I'm sure that if they want to learn more information about Banjo, you can go to speedrun.com/BK and speedrun.com/BT. That'll get you to Kazooie and the 2E leaderboards, where all the resources are, the link to the Discord, all that jazz. We don't talk about nuts and bolts. Not in this chat.
Not in
or
this
Xbox.
Chat.
Or Xbox.
Or Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're 64 supremacists, I see.
Right, that's right.
That'll define a
doesn't
lot of
need the
people
grade.
you'll meet.
All right, guys. Anything else? Any last words?
That's about it for me. I think this category is like, in my opinion, I think this category is much cooler than normal 100%. So if anyone wants to run it, I'll always help them out with it. But that's it. That's about it for me.
Yep,
All right,
so-
guys. We're gonna go back to the intermission screen. Thank you guys so much.
All right.